That afternoon, the rain poured heavily. Yet 5 girls remained inside a wooden room, a club rarely visited by other students at their school. Usually, they could shake off the day's weariness after hours of studying. But this time, they were anxious. If the rain didn't stop, they wouldn't be able to continue their usual routine. Club leader wanted to move the other girls into her room so she could execute her main plan. But the truth wasn't that simple. To get them to agree to move into her room, there were 2 options. The first was to force them through threats. The second was to place them in equal line with a problem, one that would compel them to find a way out. The next day, they gathered at the club leader's house as they had decided the previous evening, because today is still raining. So, at the leader's house, there are countless of woodworking materials, which makes them confusing that they didn't even know where to start. But when the club leader brought them into her room, they were amazed that the room was incredibly cute and filled with adorable handmade items. The girl was surprised to see that the bookshelf in the room still had a screw she had put in herself when she first met the club leader. While she pointed out the shelf, which to everyone else seemed like something new, she looked to another way, as if the past itself was the most important part in trying to show it to her friends. Even the club leader felt flattered by her words. And as the braided girl noticed the titles of the books that lined up on the shelf, she grew excited, realizing that the club leader shared the same taste. How would you feel when you meet someone who loves the same thing you do? There's a mix of happiness, affection, longing, which all tangled together while creating a perspective that feels both uncertain and deeply excited. Even the diagonal perspective in the scene reflects the emotions of what the braided-haired girl feels toward the club leader. An unusual view from inside the room revealed a wooden terrace with a tarp roof outside, right in the middle of the rain. They were amazed and excited to find that the window in the club leader's room was directly connected to that terrace. The girl with a bandage on her face was excited to start the craft work. So this is how you make resin crafts using a UV light tool. The detailed depiction of the crafting process makes you feel exactly what they're doing in the club leader's room, as if you're part of the resin-making process yourself. The club leader carefully taught the girl each step of the process, starting from making a string hole, then drying the resin using UV light, and finally creating beautiful wave patterns. This is the kind of visual scenery that only appears in soothing anime, where detail and process always play an important role in the development of the story, the characters' emotions, and the audience's immersion in it. Meanwhile, the other 2 girls were working outside on the terrace, as they had to make wooden crafts. Once again, the club leader stepped in to guide one of the girls so she could work more easily and efficiently. Even so, it turned out that another girl was highly skilled with the tools and could craft wooden items quickly. Seeing them work with such enthusiasm made the club leader very happy. In the calm and pleasant atmosphere, the girls were deeply focused on making their crafts. And through a single point of view that captures the entire space they're in, it becomes a sign that the scene is about to shift to a new activity. Because that's exactly how an Iyashikei anime works. The story and visuals flow through subtle signals, divided into different segments of the characters' daily lives and activities, creating a story that flows calmly and steadily, yet remains engaging to watch. The same goes for the moment when some of the girls have to hide the fact that the club leader's homemade cake gave them nightmares. But one of the girls didn't see it as something threatening. Instead, she found the cake's taste special, something that actually made her addicted to it.